It's not about witches, it's about awakening. It's not about witches, it's about awakening. It's about awakening, it's about awakening. Oh, is this thing on? Oh, is this thing on? Oh, are we actually recording? Oh, are we live? Are there actually people in the room? Are there people in the room today? Good morning for those of you that are in the room. Somebody moved my camera. I'm off center right here. This is no good. Which camera is it? This one. Somebody moved my camera. We got to fix that. We can't have that. We cannot have that. I don't like when people move my cameras. Oh, that's worse. I went the wrong way. Went the wrong way, bro. Okay. That's a little bit better. All right. Hey, you're probably like, who the heck is this weirdo? And I'm glad you asked, because I'm Glenn Lundy, husband to one, father to 9. That's right. We've got 9 babies. I'm also the founder at the 800% Elite Automotive Club. I am the host of this daily morning show, #RiseAndGrind, bringing you motivation, education, and inspiration. And I am also a unashamed, unabashed, out in the public, for real, for everyone to see, huge fan of Wicked. And this week on this show, we've been breaking down the book, the play, the movie, the characters. But more importantly, we've actually been breaking down you and me. Me, you, that's really what we've been breaking down. We're going to continue to do that today. Are you ready? Let's go.
Good morning and welcome to #Rise and Grind. I am your host, Glenn Lundy. I am a husband to 1, a father to 8, and the creator of what is going to be the #1 most watched morning show in the world. It is 5:30 a.m. and I hope that you are ready to rise and grind.
Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you, my friend? How are you, my friend? Dude, today is Friday. That's right, today is Friday, November 21st, 2025. Tag your friends, hit the share button. We got an amazing show for you today. Today is Friday, November 21st, 2025. And what's crazy is today is the very first and the very last time it'll ever be Friday, November 21st, 2025. So I want to make sure we make the absolute most, and I do mean the absolute most, of this absolutely incredible day. I'm coming to you live from Lexington, Kentucky, where tonight is an exciting night. Tonight is an exciting night because tonight I will be going to the movie theater, just me, my wife, my kids, and 74 of our closest friends, where we have rented out an entire theater where everyone will have popcorn, everyone will have candy, everyone will have their sodas, and everyone will have an amazing, memorable experience as we go watch Wicked for Good, the final. That's right, Wicked for Good. Let's go. Part 2. We've been waiting a year. We've been waiting a year for this moment, right? Do you realize that? The first part was a year ago. And we've also, today being Friday, November 21st, 2025, we are coming to the end on this show of what we have been calling Wicked Week. And let me tell you what a week this has been, right? What a week this has been. This week on this show, if you missed any of the episodes, you're going to want to go back. But this week on this show, we didn't just watch and talk about a movie. We didn't just study the story, but ultimately, besides just breaking down the characters, I feel like you and I used Wicked, the movie Wicked, as a mirror. We used it as a spotlight. We used it as a microphone. We used it as a compass, whatever tool you want to use. Ultimately, we used it this week Something's going on big time over on Facebook, just so you guys know. So do me a favor, tag the people that you know typically like to watch the show so they can find it. I don't know what's going on over there, but something's going on. So we have been breaking this down all week long, from Glenda to Elphaba and everybody in between. But today we're not just going to talk about them. We're not going to talk about just those characters, and we're not going to talk about just the movie. Today we are going to talk about us. Today we're going to talk about you and me, the Rise and Grind family, which of course is why it doesn't surprise me. What's up, Russell? That Facebook is having an issue, because the conversation that you and I have to have is an important one. It's a really important conversation, because if Wicked has shown us anything, if this whole story going all the way back to the Wizard of Oz and everything before, if it has shown us anything, it has shown us that every one of us is more complex, more layered, and more powerful than the story the world tells about us. Yes? Every one of us is more complex, more layered, and more powerful than the story the world tells about us. And I want to get into that today here in just a minute. Gregory Maguire wrote the story Wicked. He wrote it as a book, and then ultimately became a play, and then it became the movie that I'm excited to go watch tonight. And this week, as I've been doing research around him and the movie itself and so on and so forth, I found a quote from Gregory Maguire, and here's what he said that really stuck with me. He said, the wickedness that we see in others often reveals the wickedness we fear in ourselves. And see, instead of ignoring that truth that he felt, that he believed to be true, instead of ignoring that, he ended up writing a book. He wrote a book that said maybe the villain isn't really the villain. Maybe the hero isn't really the hero. Maybe everybody is just simply misunderstood. He also had an incredible quote. It says, people who claim that they are evil are usually no worse than the rest of us. It's people that claim that they are good or in any way better than the rest of us. Those are the ones you have to be weary of. I love this guy. Me and this guy would have been really, really, really good friends if I would have had the opportunity to meet him. That is for sure. And maybe I will in the future. I mean, how real life is that statement? I mean, think about it. How many times have people assumed your story? They just took a look at you. Maybe they had a conversation with you. Maybe they shared an experience with you. But how many times in your life have people assumed your story? How many times in your life have people put some sort of label on you before they ever even really knew who you were? Like maybe that label was race, maybe that label was background, maybe that label was mistakes, maybe it was success, maybe it has something to do with your skin color, where you're from, or what you've done. But just like Elphaba, what's up, Stephen Gerald? And just like Glenda, and just like Fiero, I need you to know this truth right out the gate this morning. You are not the role the world assigned you. You are the role you choose to become. And see, that's why this community right here, this hashtag Rise and Grind community, that's why this community exists. Like ultimately, that's why hashtag Rise and Grind was born. It was born to give you and me a place where our story can change. To give you and me a place where we can literally rewrite. We can rewrite who we are. We can take the narratives, we can take the labels, and we can throw those out the window, and we can choose to write our own story. We wake up every day with intention and purpose. We rise, evolve, and make an impact together. You see, this show, this space, the reason we get together here every morning at 5:30 a.m., the reason the enemy takes a show like today and blocks it to where nobody else can find it. You guys notice that? What's it saying on your side as far as how many people are in the room today? What's it saying on your side? I bet you're seeing probably the same number as me. Oh, now it's starting to change. Finally, it's letting some people in here. What's up, Trevor? Great to see you. How you doing, Tony Thorstad? But see, we created this space so that you and I can become the best versions of ourselves that we can possibly be. The version that ultimately God intended for us. Despite everything that people have thrown at us. Despite everything that people have thrown at you, Robin Wilshans, despite everything that people have thrown at you, Liza Borges, despite everything that people have thrown at you, Bella Rigby, despite everything that people have thrown at you, Sol Salcido, despite all of it, Rodney, despite all of it, despite everything they tried to throw at us, you and I get to choose who we become. You are not the role the world assigned you. You are the role you choose to become. Amen? Amen. All right, we're going to extract that a little bit more today. Before we do, though, you know what we got to do? You know you got to do some dancing on this show. Let's go. Come on, Trevor. I don't think I've ever seen Trevor. I don't think I've ever seen Trevor dance, man. I don't know if Trevor's got moves or not. He looks like the kind of guy that maybe's got some moves, but he could also be the guy that, you know, can't hold a tune or can't hold a beat. I don't know. He could be. It could go either way. How you doing, Angel Snow? It could go either way. You know, just saying, it could go either way. I'm not here to put any labels on anybody, man. I'm not going to say you're a great dancer. I'm not going to say you're not. You're a great podcaster, though. That is for sure. Hey, for those of you that know and those of you that don't know, this is the part of the show where I need you to hit that share button. That's right. I need you to hit that share button because I believe if we can change the way people start their day, it'll make a massive impact on this planet. I truly believe that. And sometimes all it takes to change the way somebody starts their day is for you, yes, you, to hit that share button. This is also the part of the show where I want to say good morning to you. And I want you to say good morning to me. Whether you're watching this on live or you're watching it on replay, say what's up, and I will say what's up back. Does that sound fair? Does that sound fair? Good morning. I've seen some names in here that I think are newer or that I don't see often, and I am so incredibly grateful for that. Mr. Mike Larkin, good morning. Thank you for being here. Jackie Burke is in the building. How you doing, Tara Hope? Thanks for being here. Trisha Rue is in the building. Did you guys read the quote from the planner today? Quote from the planner today was fire. I can't remember who submitted the quote from the planner today, but it was incredible. The quote from the planner today said this. It says, I gotta zoom in. I'm on the digital version here. It says, why do we close our eyes when we pray, when we cry, when we dream, or when we kiss? Because we know that the most beautiful things in life are not seen, but ultimately felt by the heart. What a quote, right? My man Milt Whitesides, thanks for submitting that quote today. I love that. My favorite part of the planner is the quotes on the top. by you guys. I really love it. Lucille Young, good morning. Thank you for being here. Trevor, of course, is in the building. Sol Salcido, good morning. Angel Snow, good morning. Don Sankey, Russell Hill, Denny Rust, Charlene Honey. What's up, Charlene Honey? How are you doing? Robin Wilshans, I think I already said you. I'm going to say it again. Alexandria Nicole, good morning. Marilyn Wilkin, good morning. Good morning. Spencer Nicholson is in the building. Tanya Robinson is in the building. Sonia Merritt is in the building. Good morning to you. Jeremy Nowling, what's up, Jeremy Nowling? Great to see you. Michelle Gravely is in the building this morning. Great to see you, Michelle. I see Trevor says I can bust an awkward looking move. Okay, I believe that. Young Johnson is in the building. Robert Downey is in the building. How you doing, Robert Downey? Sarah Green, thank you for being here. I greatly appreciate it. Valerie Stone is in the building. Patricia Frudenberg is in the building. Wes Storm is in the building. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Hit that share button. Tag those friends. Pete Daly is in the building this morning. Liza Myers Vortis, yes, what an incredible quote, right? What an incredible quote. And to those of you that are watching on replay, do me a huge favor. Make sure you let me know that you stopped by. Hey, two things you need to know about before we continue. The first is planners are now, pre-orders for planners are on sale or until Black Friday. Black Friday, the pre-orders stop. And so you can go to themorning5planner.com, grab yourself a planner. This is where we do our Morning 5 routine that ultimately has changed the lives of hundreds of thousands of people all around the world. Starting your day with gratitude and goals. Starting your day with an incredible, powerful quote from other members of the community. And then, of course, organizing your day. It's got time slots for all of that good stuff. Themorning5planner.com. Go get yourself a copy. For the first time ever, we also have digital copies available. So you can get the paper copy for, I think it's $59, or you can go get the digital copies for $12.99. If you'd like a digital, you're welcome to do that. But make sure you go get your planner, themorning5planner.com, themorning5planner.com. Also, we have an event. If you are in sales or you have any salespeople, we are having an event in person here in Lexington, Kentucky. If you go to glennlundy.com and at the top, just click on the events tab, you can register. This is a free event, completely free. I am going to be pouring into the salespeople myself, helping them get set up for 2026. Also, Fred and Lou from the Car Guy Coffee podcast, they are going to be in here pouring into the salespeople. Sam Cox, my GSM, Evan Walters, who is he was my top finance guy when I used to run a store, and he's been with me here for the last 5 years. He's going to be pouring in, and we may have some other special guests. So if you are in sales of any kind, or you lead teams of sales of any kind, go to glennlundy.com, click on the events tab, and register your people. Send them to Lexington, Kentucky. Make an investment in them that is going to pay dividends for them and for you in 2026. And when I say make an investment, the event costs nothing. You just got to send them to Kentucky. So invest in take a gas or whatever it is so that they can get here. But you don't want to miss it. Go to glennlundy.com, click on the events tab. If you're in sales, know anybody in sales, send them my way. I am going to pour into them December 9th and 10th. So that's coming up in just a couple weeks. Okay? So let's get back to it. There is a part in the movie, maybe in the play. No, it's in the movie. It's in the famous song, right? It's in the famous song. So Elphaba says these words. Elphaba says, "I am through accepting limits because someone says they're so." I'm through accepting limits because someone says they're so. Now, I don't know about you, but for me, that line hits different. It hits different because for many parts of my life, I I felt like I was expected to fail. I was expected to break. I felt like people looked at me a certain way and just assumed I could never be all the things that my dreams and my visions had for me, right? And so when you read that, it hits different when you've lived that sort of life. It's that sort of life where people expect you to fail, where people expect you to shrink. You know, some of you I know in this room know what I'm talking about. Some of you have walked into rooms and nobody clapped for you. Some of you have showed up in spaces that ultimately were not built for you. Some of you are the ones who you had to rise without applause, without praise, without validation, and yet somehow you still rose. And see, that's why this community right here, hashtag Rise and Grind, that's why this community hits so hard for me, because hashtag Rise and Grind has been literally filled with alpha buzz. From the day we started going live at 5:30 in the morning, this has been a room full of alpha buzz, people who do not fit the mold, people who refuse to shrink into themselves no matter what the rest of the environment around us says we're supposed to do or expects us to do, people who take flight even when the world says keep both feet firmly planted on the ground. Then there's also this Glenda, Miss Glenda from Wicked. She's sweet, she's sparkling, she's smiling even when her heart is breaking. Glenda's this person who tries so hard to do the right thing that she forgets to do the real thing. I'm going to say that one more time for the people in the back. She tries so hard to do the right thing that she forgets to do the real thing. You know, that thing where you be real? That thing where where you get to be your authentic self, that thing where you are free. Well, what's awesome is in this movie, her evolution, Glenda's evolution is powerful. At one point, she says this. It's a very simple line. She says, "I've been changed for good." And when I see that line, right, I've been changed for good, I think, man, is that not the anthem of this community right here? Like, how many mornings have you showed up here, dude? How many mornings have you showed up? How many mornings have I showed up? And ultimately, we've changed each other, right? How many times have we prayed for one another? How many times have we lifted each other up? How many times have we held space for one another, right? How many times? You see, I know I've been changed for good, not by fame, not by success, not by my bank account. No. I've been changed for good by the people in this room right here, right now, by this family, this movement. That's what's changed me for good, and I thank you for it. You see, I think in Wicked, Glenda reminds us that growth doesn't always look like fireworks. Growth doesn't always look like viral content. Growth doesn't always look like overnight success. Growth doesn't always look like lights, camera, action. Growth sometimes simply looks like surrender. Growth sometimes just looks like taking off the freaking mask, giving it all up, and stepping into the best version of yourself that you could possibly be. Then you get to Fierro, who we talked about yesterday, right? Fierro's the dude that slides through life. Right? He slides through life. He's cool. He's calm. He's collected. Until something really hits. Until something deeper wakes up inside him. Or, as Jonathan Bailey, the guy who played Fiyero, once said in an interview, he said, longing comes before anything else. Longing comes before anything else. Longing for truth, longing for authenticity, longing for purpose, longing for identity. I mean, have you ever had that moment where the old version of you just simply doesn't fit anymore? Like, have you ever had that? Sometimes I especially when I'm in Vegas, man, sometimes I will come across the old version of me. And I'm just like, how did I ever fit in those clothes? Not physically, spiritually. How did I ever fit in that costume, in that suit? How did I ever fit in that small, limited version of myself? You know, Fiyero ultimately stops dancing through life in this movie, and he starts walking in the truth. And what's interesting is the second that he stood for something that actually mattered, right? Like, the second that he did that, he didn't give a speech, he didn't announce it, he didn't post about it, he just simply changed. Quietly, boldly, completely, he just changed. Some of you are in that season right now. I know this to be true. Some of you are in that season right now where you are becoming the person God designed you to be. You're letting the scarecrow version, the risen, reborn, the real version of yourself come alive. And I know that can be hard at times. I know that can be challenging at times. And I just want to look you straight in the eye. Look at me. I just want to look you straight in the eye. And I just want you to know, I believe in you. I do. I believe in you. Like, you can do this. You can be changed for good. You can. To wrap this up, you also have the ones in the shadows that we didn't really talk a whole lot about this week. You've got characters like Nessa, who's the sister of Elphaba, and you have characters like Bach, who is a munchkin and smaller than all the others. And there's characters like Dillamond, who is the talking professor. And these characters are crucial aspects of the show. Of the movie and the show and the book. These characters are really, really important pieces of it. But for me, they remind me of something really personal, maybe you too. Like, these are the parts of the story that we don't put on Instagram, right? Like, those characters are the parts that we don't really talk about, the parts that shape us more deeply than the spotlight ever could. But they kind of just are part of the background. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of us, you, me, all of us, we're all carrying chapters of our lives that we hope nobody reads. Like, those chapters, though, those moments of our lives that we keep in the shadows, those moments of embarrassment or shame or whatever, I just want you to know that those chapters are where your compassion was born. Those chapters are where your discernment was sharpened. Those chapters are where your faith was tested. Those chapters are where the grit was formed. You see, the hidden characters remind us that not every part of the story was pretty. Not every part of your story is pretty, but every part of your story is purposeful. Are you hearing me? That is true to this point, and that will be true moving forward. Just know that. Just know that. Every part of your story is not going to be pretty. Every part of your story will be purposeful. Listen, let me wrap this up. We got to get out of here. Wicked is not about witches. Just so you know. This movie, Wicked, is not, this story, this play, it is not about witches. It is about awakening. It is about the moment where you stop accepting the labels and you start accepting your calling. This movie, what's up, Josh Mitchell? This movie, and the reason we've been breaking it down all week, is because this movie is about the moment where you forgive the past and you just step into the sky anyway, man. Who cares? Who gives a dang? Who gives a dang what you've done? Who gives a dang what they say you can do? Who gives a dang how they feel about you? Who gives a dang what, like, it doesn't matter, bro. This movie, and the reason I wanted to break it down this week, is because it's about the moment that you stop playing small and you start playing chosen. The moment that you stop letting the world tell you that you're some little tiny worthless speck, and instead you step into the truth, man. You see, this week wasn't about story time. This week was about you and I doing some soul work. That's what this week was about. And so listen, if you hear nothing else from this wicked week, if you hear nothing else, hear this. You are not who they said you were. You are who God says you are. And you are still becoming. Listen, Elphaba rose. Glenda grew. Fierro transformed. The overlooked mattered, and the misunderstood became miracles. And now, it's your turn. It's your turn to step into the absolute best version of yourself that you can possibly be. This is the time. This is the season. Today's the day. Listen, my name is Glenn Lundy, husband to one, father to nine. I just want you to know, I absolutely stinking love you. I do. I absolutely stinking love you. And as your friend, I want you to know that you were not put here by chance. You were put here by design. And God has a plan for you, and the plan that he has for you is for you to become the best version of yourself you can possibly be. Not an average version, not a below average version, not even a little bit above, like a little bit above. No. Absolute best version of yourself that you can possibly be. So take that leap. Become, because it truly is unlimited. Let's go.